one piece each time. It is really interesting and amazing to know how you can prepare your meals in an appetizing and pleasing manner. There's an old saying, and a true one, that what is pleasing to the eye is bound to be pleasing to the appetite. I'm going to demonstrate this to you, and I want you to watch it very closely. The first cutter that I'm going to show you, now this first one is known as the Parisian cutter. Wind it through the potato like a corkscrew. When the cutter appears on the opposite side, pull the cutter out. Place the handle in the center and twist it out. This is what they call a French curl. When you fry these, they come out like donuts, nice and brown. Serve them with your steaks or pot roast them. Unwind it, there's 2 curls out of the 1 potato. Tomorrow morning for breakfast, wind a little strip of bacon around the potato and serve them with bacon and eggs. They're delicious. Different colored vegetables, wind them together and you get the 2 colors. Here's a little trick cut. Split the curl halfway through the center. If you're making a shrimp salad and you happen to run short of shrimp, mix these in with the regular shrimp. Upon my word, you couldn't tell the difference until you start to eat 'em. Now the rest of the potato, you stuff it. We'll call this a little chicken. We'll call this here some hamburger. You might have a little meat that's been laying in the ice box for a few days. Chop the meat up fine, season it highly, stuff it into the center of the potato and bake them with the skins on. When they're done, cut them in 2. Serve them on the half shell, just like that. Serve them in slices when company calls. The more company you have, the thinner you cut the slices. If your mother-in-law calls, give her a beak piece like that. Now the second tool in the set is known as the garnishing knife. Please. You cut down, you turn the potato, and then you cut through the edge. First one way and then the other. Sweet potatoes cut like this. Drop them into a little batter of pancake flour and fry them. When they're golden brown, sprinkle molasses on them. Serve them with strips of bacon for breakfast while they're delicious. Here's beets, you pickle them, and carrots, you steam or cream them. In making the original French fried potato, cut them in thick slices. Put them one on top of each other. Cross-cut the slices, and you'll never eat a French fry any other way. The potatoes cut like this will not absorb the fat because they're garnished around. Pineapples cut for your pineapple and cheese salad, cut them the same way. Here is one, and this is a dandy. Cuts any thickness or any size. Open it for a thick slice, close to the top for a thin slice. Saratoga chips, you can make them for 3 or 4 pennies a pound. Just pull the blade towards you like this. If you want the slice that's thicker than this,
Chef JT gifted a tier 1 sub to Head Mama Bear.
Shoestrings for your Friday fish dinner. Cut them down like this. Chop them up for your vegetable soup. Want this knife that's really intended for cutting the cabbage.
Chef JT gifted a tier 1 sub to Big
How
Davy.
you rip and tear, sometimes dipping the ends off your fingers. Lay it flat and pull it lightly towards you over the cabbage. The weight of the knife
Chef
across
JT
the cabbage
gifted a
is
tier
all
1
that's
sub to Art
necessary.
by Galen.
Why, ladies, when you get small cut as fine as this, you will certainly appreciate eating. The crowning feature of the set is the cutter that I'm going to show you now. This is
Chef
known
JT
as
gifted
the
a tier 1 sub to La
vegetable
Lauren.
mincing knife and noodle cutter. Now, when you want to make some real fine noodles, you roll the dough out like this. Dip this into a little flour so it doesn't
Chef
stick to
JT
the
gifted
dough,
a
and
tier
as you
1 sub
roll
to
it
Beckes
over the
Kawaii.
dough, that will cut the noodles in long strips 10 at a time. Did you ever try to chop up a little nuts for cake? I've seen these chopped nuts from the nuts land up
Chef
on the
JT
ceiling.
gifted a tier 1 sub
Sometimes
to
you chop the ends off your
Yamichi_.
finger. When you want to chop up a little nuts for cake, cooked meat, clams for chowder, soup greens to throw into your soup, making a little pepper or chicken hash Gosh,
Chef
it's
JT
just
gifted a
few
tier 1
strokes
sub to
rolling it up
Demaio.
and down. Why, here is without a doubt the meanest thing in the world to cut parsley. Put that in a grinder, you really grind it too fine. This machine,
Chef
instead of
JT
crushing
gifted
the
a tier 1
parsley,
sub to Kip
cuts it
_ the
quick,
dish pig.
clean and dry, leaving every bit of the juice and every bit of the flavor. Now to clean this machine, you press the button, rinse it out in a little water.
Chef JT gifted a tier 1 sub to Luna
hang it
Poodle
up
Good.
and let it dry. Here's one here that every lady should have in her home, known as the Parisian. You lay it flat, once to the right, once to the
Chef
left.
JT gifted
When
a tier
you
1
scoop them
sub
out,
to
you'll get a
Party.
perfect round little ball. You can pot roast these, cut them out of cheese or cut them out of butter. When you're serving a fruit cocktail in the summertime, take your fresh cantaloupe, scoop them out like this, mix them with apples, pears, and watermelons, makes a delicious fruit cocktail served with a little cracked ice like you see here. But here are the two ladies, if you ever do get it, you'll thank the day you've seen this demonstration. When you press, it locks. It's like a pair of human hands. Reach in the oven and take the biscuits out of the oven. Ever take the hot potatoes out of the oven and burn yourself on the elbow? A roast chicken out of the oven, a piece of meat out of the pot, spinach, asparagus out of the water. Why, around canning season when you're preserving the fruits, to take the hot fruit jars out of the water like that, that machine is worth dollars to you. And here's another one that I really know you'll enjoy having in your kitchen, known as the safety grater. No doubt you're familiar with the old-fashioned grater. I've seen ladies take a grater and rip the knuckles off. When you want to grate up potatoes for delicious potato pancakes, this has a smooth, flat edge, impossible to cut yourself. Just like you were washing clothes, you rub it up and down, and you really grate your vegetables real fine, retaining all the flavors and all the juices. Breadcrumbs for when you're serving veal cutlets or anything like that. You want a little breadcrumbs to fry your fish in? Why, there's the greatest proposition in the world. Use that for coconut, cheese, or horseradish. When you're through with it, just hit it down like that. That knocks all the food out. Rinse it out in a little water and hang it up and let it dry. Now here is a stone made of carborundum and sapphire quartz, which is made purposely to keep these knives sharp. When they get dull, a few strokes over the edge like this, and you can put a keen cutting edge on it. If you have a dull knife or a dull pair of scissors, an old sickle or a scythe, a lawnmower, cleaver, an axe, there's a tool that will really put an edge on the knife, so the knife will really cut for you. I just want to give you an idea of how sharp that knife really is when you sharpen it with that stone. Ladies, I've seen some of you try to open up cans. Now, there's a can of Campbell's baked beans. I've seen ladies open up a can and you poke a hole in it, go round the top, hippity-hop, and your finger slips. Let me show you a real proposition. Look, lay it on the can, lift up the safety, and turn the key. That locks itself on the can. No harder than you were winding up your watch. Wind up the key and that'll cut the top off of the can slick and smooth. Notice how the end raises itself up in the air so you can lift the lid off, giving you a clean, smooth edge. Now that can be used for sardine cans, square cans or round cans, exactly the same way. Now this tool here, my dear friends, needs no introduction. This will save you on an average of $20 to $30 every year you use it as a peeling knife. Here's a grater for cheese, coconut, or horseradish, a fish scaler for scaling your fish, and when you're coring your apple, it's just a slight twist of the wrist, and there's the apple core. There's one more tool that I want you to see, and I want you to watch this one very closely. Many a times when you're baking a pie, you have a pudding in the oven. I've seen ladies wrap a towel around your hand, and many a times you burn your fingers. Hook this onto the pot like this and lift the hot pots off the top of the stove. You've got a pie pan in the oven. Catch a hold of the pie pan like this. Why, you couldn't get it off with a team of horses. This will positively lift 100 pounds. There's a pail of water weighs 50 or 60 pounds. That's the way you pick it up. But there's one more tool. I'll be all through and I'll be finished. Oh, now the next tool and the last one is what they call the Sarah Bernhardt cutter. This was invented by the head chef of the Imperial Hotel in the city of Berlin, Germany. You place the screw into the center of the vegetable. Twist the vegetable until the threads catch a hold, then you wind this up. You keep winding until you utilize the whole potato. The faster you turn, the quicker the slices. Why, ladies, here's a machine for slicing onions. The first onion that you slice with this cutter, you'll bless the day you've got a hold of it. Every slice cut exactly the same thickness. Every slice cut the same size. In making what they call a rosette, pull the vegetable out like this. Pin the ends together with a toothpick. Drop that potato into the hot fat and fry it. That will come out like a donut, golden brown. If you're serving a nice fish dinner, a little parsley goes in the center with the fish all around it, makes a very appetizing dish. Did you ever try to slice onions with a knife? You know how you get one thick slice and one thin slice? Run the knife through the center. That will separate each slice individual. Almost like magic, there is every slice cut exactly the same thickness and the same size. Wouldn't you like to have a set like this in your kitchen? Why, of course you would. Now don't forget, attend this theater every week and receive this 12-piece fascinating... Ladies and gentlemen, the management of this theater takes great pleasure in making this announcement. To each lady attending this theater each week will receive absolutely free a fascinating 12-piece kitchen cutlery set, one piece each time. It is really interesting and amazing to know how you can prepare your meals in an appetizing and pleasing manner. There's an old saying, and a true one, that what is pleasing to the eye is bound to be pleasing to the appetite. I'm going to demonstrate this set to you, and I want you to watch it very closely. The first cutter that I'm going to show you, now this first one is known as the Parisian cutter. Wind it through the potato like a corkscrew. When the cutter appears on the opposite side, pull the cutter out. Place the handle in the center and twist it out. This is what they call a French curl. When you fry these, they come out like donuts, nice and brown. Serve them with your steaks or pot roast them. Unwind it, there's two curls out of the one potato. Tomorrow morning for breakfast, wind a little strip of bacon around the potato and serve them with bacon and eggs. They're delicious. Different colored vegetables, wind them together and you get the two colors. Here's a little trick cut. Split the curl halfway through the center. If you're making a shrimp salad and you happen to run short of shrimp, mix these in with the regular shrimp. Upon my word, you couldn't tell the difference until you start to eat them. Now the rest of the potato, you stuff it. We'll call this a little chicken. We'll call this here some hamburger. You might have a little meat that's been laying in the ice box for a few days. Chop the meat up fine, season it highly, stuff it into the center of the potato and bake them with the skins on. When they're done, cut them in two. Serve them on the half shell just like that. Serve them in slices when company calls. The more company you have, the thinner you cut the slices. If your mother-in-law calls, give her a beak piece like that. Now the second tool in the set is known as the garnishing knife. Everything you cut with this must come out fancy. Watch this, please. You cut down, You turn the potato and then you cut through the edge. First one way and then the other. Sweet potatoes cut like this, drop them into a little batter of pancake flour and fry them. When they're golden brown, sprinkle molasses on them. Serve them with strips of bacon for breakfast while they're delicious. Here's beets, you pickle them, and carrots, you steam or cream them. In making the original French fried potato, cut them in thick slices.
Hello everyone, how we doing tonight? Gonna be doing Swiss night, sort of. Went and corrected the menu there. I don't know if people caught it in the captions there, but for some reason I wrote Stockholm instead of Zurich. I don't know. And I actually, did I spell Zurich right there? I just quickly redid it. So, we're going to be doing a veal dish. Very simple, like sauteed veal dish. A little lemon. Well, we're going to use some of my limes from my Meyer lemon, or rather my dwarf Meyer lemon tree. Just starting to get there, although these guys are a little on the smaller side. No problem, Davey. We're going to do strips of veal with chicken stock, little cream, or rather half and half. I don't usually buy cream unless I need it. A little lemon, and a little wine. A little splash of vino. And I'll make a nice a sauté sauce. We'll quick sear the thin slices of veal I've got. Pull them out, slice them to strips, make our sauce, toss it in with the sauce. Pretty easy in those ways. Dinner. That's going to be the easier dish here. We got roasty that I need to get going here. Got potatoes. Gonna boil these guys whole. Get them at least part cooked. Going to do a potato and onion roasty. Those are some yellow potatoes. Not necessarily gold, not necessarily Yukon golds, but going to do that with some red onion. Going to grate some red onion with it. And lastly, going to be doing cake for dessert tonight. Going to try my hand a Swiss roll cake. I'm also going to do a Swiss words, Jason. Swiss meringue type frosting with the roll cake. So, get these potatoes boiling. Okay. And the first thing we really need to get going with here is our cake, because we need to bake that cake, we need to cool it, and then we need to frost it, and then re-roll it. So I need lots of butter. Warm. So I'm going to take a whole pound here. 3 of these are going to go in the frosting. And I don't know if I'm going to go through that 4th one or not, but we'll have it ready. Got a trash pile of cardboard going on in front of me, so I'm just going to throw stuff at you tonight. set those over here to warm up in front of the fan. Let's see what all I need for this cake. Talk about being prepared. I'm reading recipes as we go here tonight. Eggs and sugar. I'm going to put a lid on this just to speed it up. It's not going to be pretty for you guys, but... the second bowl. So what's new tonight? How's everyone doing? What's new to report? Yeah, I thought it was a good one too, Big Davey, though it is somewhat... I stole the idea from someone who seems to love their Little Debbie Swiss rolls. So... this is definitely not going to be a little Davy Swiss roll, but it is going to be tasty. I'm still debating whether I want to try and do the chocolate exterior. I've got milk, or rather half and half, and I've got a little bit of chocolate that I can melt, but that's going to be... we'll see. I don't think I've really got enough to do the whole thing. We want the egg whites too. We're saving those. We're just keeping them separate from the yolks here. Come on. Didn't break. That's amazing. I'm just going to do sort of like a yellow cake with a whipped Swiss buttercream. Smoked pork. Pork sounds good. I love pork. I'm always up for pork. It's been quite a while since I've had veal, so this is going to be a treat as well. Gouda cheese. Throw our eggs back. And we need, I think it's a half cup of sugar here. Yep. I'm going to call that even. A little bit of milk. Oops, vanilla. It's some good stuff. Oh, welcome in, Slugger. I was somewhat familiar with that name. I just didn't remember where I remembered it from. He did another stream this morning, didn't he? A little vanilla flavoring. We'll leave that out for later for with our frosting as well. Okay. Milk. Cake flour. Not much room for error there with the half cup in that guy there. Nice. That's how we want that. We want it creamy, not runny. So, good with that part. Now for the other fun part. Probably should have saved the colorful whisk for this part. For anyone joining us in just now, the pan on the stove has some potatoes doing a little parboil on. Gonna use those for a potato roasty. And we're starting work on a sponge type cake. And yeah, we gotta grab separate whisk. Great, Becca. Welcome in. Oh, let's give our battle a try. I'm going to be whisking this for a little bit here. I do need to get my oven going here too, though. Wow, I'm going to be sweating. Turn the fan on there. Oop, battle. Let's see how we do. You think we got this, Head Mama Bear? You could be close. Then again, you're up in the teens now. You're gonna... Yeah, this isn't a problem. Congrats, Head Mama Bear. Ooh, gold. Tank scrolls. Let's see if I can upgrade. Nope. Boss battle. I'm going to put him down here in the bottom. Probably good to have a rogue or two up in that top box. Go after those bombers and the thrower. Nope. We got boiling water on the stove. So I'm not going to put that in. Awesome. So we've got boiling potato. I'll let those hang out for a while. Again, don't have to be completely cooked through, but we are trying to get them halfway there. I'm going to let them hang out so they carry over cook and cook over towards the center a bit more rather than just on the outside. And once we get this cake batter ready to go in the stove, I'll throw them in an ice bath so that they're nice and cool for grating. There's going to be a lot of whipping tonight. I don't remember if is that in the title? I don't know if I included that or not. That'll do. get our sorry for the bang. I say that after whipping those. If you have a choice of flat and not so flat pans, this is one for a flat pan. And now let's use a little butter here to put that down on the edge. And I'm going to add some butter even to the parchment because we don't want this to stick at all. I'm also going to hit the sides of the pan with the butter and a little like half-inch or quarter-inch that the paper misses. All right. Why is the stove even occasionally winning out? Switching between mics, I don't know if you guys are noticing the change in fans there. But it's the mic switching from the front to the back. Still need you. And we're folding our whites into the rest of our cake batter, which should not be very easy here to start. We're going to ruin about the first half of this just getting this stuff loose because it is a sort of thick batter to start. feel like I'm missing something here. I feel like I've been forgetting things all day today. I mean, I always forget things, but today I just really feel like I'm forgetting everything. Nope. So we get everything sort of combined in there. Getting pretty close now. Okay, I'm gonna live with that. And this is the point where I'm going to switch to this guy. I've had this guy for years. I keep forgetting that I have him. I've been keeping him with all my other baking stuff. I finally put him up here with my plating tools and finally start using it. No, I haven't had many like this. I can only say that I've had a roll cake once or twice, I think. Okay. Give this a quick tap or two. Don't want to, I mean, we spent all this time whipping all the air into this. We don't want to, we just want to make sure it's down against there, even though basically did that already. 450-degree oven. And we will let that in there 12 to 15 minutes. I don't know. First time tried it, I've always... We got a couple dishes here before we go back to doing our other stuff. Gotta get those potatoes cool in here soon too, but need a clean bowl for that. The soup. I hope it's good though. I don't know. I didn't really buy anything for Prime Day. Well, other than new lights. I had some things in my shopping list that I bought, but like nothing that I bought was on sale because it was stuff that I was just planning and procrastinating on until in case there was a deal or something. And they were giving me dates like 2-3 days from now, and I've already gotten most of it. So I'm thinking they weren't as busy as they expected. I haven't heard a lot of people like, oh my god, there are so many great deals. Sort of suspecting they may be holding off on a lot of stuff for next month. Thank you for that follow cheese pizza. Welcome in. Yeah, I got new lights. Hey Google, turn lights red. But that's about all I got. And I have no way, because they're not like, I think the only ones you can control using that is with hue, which these are not hue lights. I have to remember what that color is because it's not white. Candlelight. Going with a yellower light, and that's at only like 30% power. They get too bright otherwise. It's why I went with them. But thank you. You got anything going in the uni tonight? What are you working on? Cheese pizza? Oh, ice bath. Got a solid block of ice going on here. It's a combination of Mix It Up bot calling up users for the first time when they come in the chat, and the actual overlay is from Pixel, which probably not familiar to any of you Twitch people. They're both former Mixer programs that have transitioned over to Twitch. But Mix It Up bot is a very powerful bot. You should check that out. It can do a lot. Too close to the mic. So we got our cake in the oven. It's got about another 5 or 10 minutes here. Actually, more like 7. Drain our potatoes for our roasty off. And let's get our veal. It's too early for our veal. Let's grate some onion. Nah, I don't really feel like grating onion. I think I'm gonna chop it. It is about time that I opened that bottle of wine, though. Messing up already. I think that's going to be enough. The rest of that's going to get sloppy. And that'll be good for our one little roasty. Save that onion for later. Turn that off. Let's see, where are we at? Let's take a look at that. Let's see where our cake is at. Ooh, that's starting to look nice. I actually want to pull that. Little thin in the corner there and there. But I think we're okay. So turn that off for now. Actually, I don't think I need the oven at all anymore. Awesome. Now we're gonna dry off. And then grate our potato. good paramount, or a fair amount of the skin stays behind. It's going to be too thin for that. That's a pretty thin cake right there. I'm just quick grating these potatoes, and I got to get back to that actually, because I need to roll that. I need to flip it. I need to roll it so that it cools somewhat rolled. I almost wanted to leave it in there just a tad longer, but it was starting to burn on those two corners. I didn't want it to go further. Just on the edge, too warm. A little bit of stickage on that edge there. Not enough butter. Welcome in, Entropy. How we doing today? Okay. So back on the nice bottom to it too. Nice, no burning. A little close in the corners there, like I said. A little thin there and there. But we want to get this rolled. So There. A little bit of tear there at the end, but I think we will live. And put that back on the pan, just so it's out of the way. To let that cool while we stay. Pizza sounds good. Those pizzas turned out great last week. I was so happy with those for being first time pan pizza at home, and without having a proper mixer at all of my own here. Just hand kneading the dough. I was definitely following the trend that day, though. This is more than I thought I had here with potatoes. I mean, I planned for a small roasty here. I'm still ending up with too much. Cake. That needs salt, that's seasoning. I'm gonna hit that with, it's definitely not Swiss style, but hit that with a little MSG. Tonight's dinner is almost how American can I make a Swiss meal? I mean, short of using like American cheese in this roasty, pretty close. Oh, also, I added water to the mead. You guys following along here, the sizer. Welcome in, Cooking Girl. Another Team Bone-In streamer. So I added more water to this. It is trying to overflow, actually, as we're right here. It needs a shake up. So that's just what I've been doing every couple of hours. Allowing the gas to get up past the blockage there. That's still blockaged. Come on. There we go. So shaking that up regularly, trying to keep the water level down there. We still got a little bit of a blockage going on. That'll work itself out though, I think. This is a backyard apple and wildflower honey sizer. Got about a pound of honey and probably about another pound of apples. I'm going to be lucky if I get 3 bottles out of that. But it should be good. Hoping to bottle that here about a month from now. And then since it's a mead-based one, or a honey-based ferment, I'm figuring January, February for a first try. Around this time I started a last of the year strawberry last year, and that's still kicking around, so we'll probably have a bottle of that sometime soon. I've been using DV10 yeast. It's what I got in the house. I'm not going to go out and buy another different one to try something different. Oh, that's for drinking. But I don't do, like I said, my last one was a year ago. And I'm only going to get a couple bottles out of it. I've been doing it for like 15, 20 years. But very sparingly and with breaks. So we got salt, pepper, MSG. Our potatoes are nice and sticky already. I'm going to add a little egg to this. I think a single egg will do us. And we'll go from there. I'm thinking I'm going to have to use my medium saute pan or cast iron, because I don't think that's going to fit my small boy. Now this guy's definitely for drinking. I just keep neglecting to open that up. Used this for whipping egg earlier. Just throw it around. Put it anywhere. What's that little emote? That's cute. Is that a ladybug heart? Can't quite tell. Gotta look. Yeah, it is. That's cute. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for medium size cast iron tonight. Let's use butter. Nice. Almost tempted to put that in my large one, but I think we're going with this guy tonight. Oh, good. We got a little flavor in the pan, too. That won't hurt nothing. Oh, nice. Any ones in particular or wide variety? We got some foragers around here. Got some people that have done other things around here, like I know I think he's a Korean gentleman who has seeded his own, or not seeded, but started his own shiitakes here from Chinese origin. And then we also have one of the major mushroom producers here in county. So I have all sorts of lovely mushrooms available to me. That big mushroom company near me hooks up a number of guys, and they go and sell them all at the farmers markets. So there's beautiful mushrooms at our farmers markets that are straight from the factory. Um, but we get some decent forage mushrooms too. This is going to be a thick one. I just caught my earbud. If anyone caught that, I don't know. I don't think it was on camera. My earbud's in my hand now. Pacific Northwest. To your neighbors. I'm in Northern California, Sonoma County, which, you know, it's not Oregon and Washington, but it's up there. So we're going to let this get a nice crusty bottom to it. Next, we need to start in on our frosting. Actually, let's do some wine. I'm thirsty. Not that that's a good reason to crack open a bottle of wine. Wine isn't exactly a thirst quencher all the time. And it's a twist off. So, no cork to analyze here tonight. This is very obviously a blend. It's a rosé. I'm substituting it instead of a white traditionally for our veal dish. And I bought it for the marketing. But it is a locally aged. It was bought locally. They most likely bought their grapes in bulk from who knows where. It could have been anywhere in California by their labeling, and have aged it and made their own blend off of it. So, let's see. I haven't had it before, Head Mama Bear. Hey, Obi. Welcome in. Now that is refreshing, which, not that common. That's a good summer wine. I should have opened that earlier. Nice and crisp, acidic. It doesn't have a huge heavy ending to it. There's not a ton of oak. They didn't age it very long. It's 2018, so, but... For me, it depends on the wine and really the type of oak or the type of wood. But yeah, your typical California woody cab, not my favorite. Especially just woody cab, whether it's white or red. Yeah, a little peach or light fruit to that. Maybe apricot. It's acidic, but it's not citrus acidic. Not that wine is ever citrus acidic. I don't know. I'm gonna shut up now. do a little dishes and get in on our frosting. Doing a Swiss buttercream, which is going to require me to make a simple meringue. Want to give me more sizzle. I keep hearing that in my ear, but I don't hear it in my earbud. It's actually on relatively high right now. I got it on about a low sear temp, but I'm actually going to turn that down. Let's see where our actual flame is, though. Major thing here is we're just browning either side of it. There isn't a whole ton of cooking that has to happen. That's a good quality egg, but so we still want to get that up to 160, 165, but mostly just browning either end of it here. And actually, what I get is the real complication with making a roasty is that you're doing it on both sides. And so I'm flipping this guy, putting him back in the pan. Veal's last minute. Let's get our frosting. We need a double boiler for that. It's sort of odd that there's noise canceling when I have no noise canceling on this. Thank you for that follow, Lauren. Oh, battle. I didn't hear the note. Let's do that. I'm sorry. That mama bear is just murdering everything. That epic rogifer is just going nuts. Is that a rogue? Yeah. Going nuts. Congrats, guys. Boss defeated. Victory. Paladin scrolls. Templar scrolls. So now what? Oh, we're starting over. Let's go bottom route this time. I've been going high route for a while now. Tanks. 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 Tank. Starting to get some nice color there on the sides of the potato there. Mouse is wet. Awesome. So, we need how many eggs? I'm almost ready to flip this guy, I think. Flame off. That didn't work out well. It's stuck. No, that was right. I still need you. So we'll fix this guy up. And do our best to slide him back into the pan. Need egg whites this time, and not egg yolks. Oops. Don't want any of that yolk in there. It's one of those things where you do not want yolk in this. And if you're worried about there being oil in your pan, maybe you want to give it a wipe with some vinegar. Something along that line. You want nothing but egg white in here. Come on, egg white, separate. Turn the heat off on that. Just gonna let that coast. Oh hey, I'm done with my egg carton. Need 2 cups of sugar for our frosting. Anyone out there tried to make a Swiss buttercream before? Different from most other frostings here. We're going to start with 6 egg whites, 2 cups of sugar. We're going to bring this up to temp over boiling water so that we both take the granulation out of the sugar. We turn that loose and liquid, but we also pasteurize our eggs. So we're going to bring this slowly up to the temp. While I'm whisking it, we're going to swap pans here so you guys can get an up close look. I need to get this up to a boil here first. I need some more water. Go with my wine. It's like snot. Me. I'm gonna have to whip this too. I'm gonna have to whip this like 15-20 minutes and hope that it comes out nice before I even deal with the butter. Oh good, I'm gonna throw one of these in the fridge again. Those are nice and soft. Yeah, it's like snot. Yeah. It's exactly what I think about frosting now. Yep, whip it. Whip it hard. Whip it good. Whip it real good. Boil. Why you no boil? Doesn't really matter about it being it now. I mean, I guess you can overwork the whites, but it's not going to do much until we get it in the water. No, I'm waiting for the water to put it on the heat, though. Almost there. I'm not going to try flipping the roasty again to show you guys that, since it already sort of half fell apart. Though I do promise you, I will flip the slice that I cut. So you guys see what the bottom looks like, but I'm not going to risk turning the thing into a complete mess. Yeah, we need some Devo music right now. Or actually maybe in like 10 minutes. But what I can do while we're eating here, let's get ourselves some lemon juice. Ahead of time, so that we don't have to try and squeeze that directly into the pan. Again, these are homegrown Meyer limes, or rather, they're limes right now, but they should be lemons once they're fully grown. Nice. Cutesies. It's my second Meyer lemon tree. My first one didn't make it. I bought one when I first moved to California. Yeah, it was sort of my moving to California plant. And I replaced it because I'm still here in California. Sort of a odd one though when you think about it. You know, move to California, grow a non-native Chinese plant, shrub, call it a tree. Boil it good. Continue cleaning while we're waiting. Just for flour. Glad you like the emote, Becca. Boiler. Why you not boiler? Yeah, we're good enough. Now let's do that one. Yeah, that's a little bit better. It's already starting to loosen up a little bit, but it should considerably loosen up as that sugar breaks down to a liquid. See where we're at temp-wise. Yeah, we're only halfway there. And we probably started at 70. You see, I'm just tasting wine. I'm not resting my arm. I'm not tired of whipping at this point, not at all. Hopefully I got whatever that was black out of there. Sort of amazing how bright white that's become, hasn't it? I mean, it's like, that is white to me. I don't know how white it is on camera, but that is like white paint right now to me. $120. Got it halfway whipped before I even get up the temp. $140-ish. No, 130 to 140. Sorry for bumping the camera. Just slightly tired in the arm right now. Got another 10 degrees to go. This is actually pretty close to making marshmallow here. Major difference is we're going to be whipping in a whole bunch of butter. Still registering 150. Yeah. Sub in time. I'm almost ready to call this, regardless. Yeah, I'm calling that. I'm thinking the people that wrote this recipe really didn't mix this over the heat. They just barely did it. Because I'm pretty much done here. And they let it whip on the machine for like 5 or 10, 15 minutes. Or she said 15 minutes. No way this needs 15 minutes longer. Stand mixer. Ugh. It doesn't matter which way you do it, it still hurts. So let's start whipping in butter here, since my arm hurts. This stuff has been sitting out, so it's nice and soft. I realize I didn't change the camera for you guys. Yeah, it's a good arm workout. Though considering I'm making frosting. It's starting to get a little more yellow. I'm still whipping it like that, and there's 2 sticks of butter in there. And there you have Swiss buttercream. Still a little warm, even with all that butter in there. Cooling it down. I'm going to throw this in the fridge. Allow that to settle up a little bit. excuse you, Drain. Yeah, that is bright and acidic. And I don't have room for this in here. Awesome. So I'm going to throw this roasty down in the oven. Turn the oven on. Let's say 200. Just to make it nice and warm to finish things out. I'm going to start preheating a pan here for our veal. Isn't that an exciting view for you guys? Happy Friday to everyone out there. Any new plans for the weekend? Or Saturday, depending on where you are. By now it's Saturday in Australia, I believe. Maybe even the UK. Okay. How are we handling this? We are searing our veal. All of Europe? Okay. Is that late? I'll take it. So we're going to get this guy roasting. And we're going to give these beautiful thin slices of veal here real high, real hot, real quick sear on both sides. And then we're going to pull them out of the pan. Probably not even going to finish them. They're thin enough that I might, though. Because the idea here, just going to get a little flavor in the pan, get a nice color on them, if I can. They're so thin. Then we'll build our sauce. We'll cut our veal into strips and then toss it back in with that sauce. Welcome in, German dude who's living. Thank you for that follow. Hopefully you're having a great evening. We're doing a Swiss-themed dinner night. And even though it's a German name. Going to be searing this veal off, doing a sort of what I think of as a typical saute up mix. We got a little wine, a little lemon juice, a little stock, which I should get the stock out and ready, and a little cream, or half and half in my case. Our oven's up to temp, warming our roasty up. We got I use veal. I quite often use pork though, because back in July or June, I butchered almost a whole pig here on stream. Got maybe half of it still in the freezer between you and me here. So, lots of pork normally. Got some interesting cuts still to do. But tonight's veal. We also got a Swiss roll cake here chilling. And I just finished makeup frosting for the inside of that. Did a Swiss buttercream. And we're heating this pan back here. Make sure it's nice and super hot for our veal. It's already lightly smoking. I am going to take some paper towel and dry these veal out. Last a little bit. Veal slices. Yeah. I assume it's probably different elsewhere. Here in the U.S., vast majority of veal production is done by dairy farmers. So it's done by different producers than most of our other meat comes from. Because veal is essentially a byproduct of the dairy industry. If you think about it, in order to produce milk, gotta have a baby. I would tend to agree with that. Hey, Chef Vanderline. Hey, Chef. How you doing, Vanderline? Let's hit these with a little salt, too. Throw a little sunflower oil in our nicely smoking pan here. Using fine salt tonight. I normally use kosher salt, and I would recommend kosher salt, but it's what I got. It's what I'm using up. Turning that pan 180 degrees because I know this side of my burner is always hotter. People who watch me are already tired of me saying this. This is always hotter on my side of the pan, so I flip it. Maybe not quite hot enough. real quick. Don't want to overcook this. We're putting it back in with the sauce to finish, so we don't even want to finish cooking it right now. And it's going to carry over cooked on top of it. I gotta do my battle too. I missed that again. Sorry, Entropy. I'll do that once I finish searing these guys. It's gonna be another minute or two. A little bit of color. And hit this with a little more oil. We'll flip the pan again. I should let you know, German dude, this is in no way, I mean, first time trying this. This is not an authentic version of a Swiss meal. So, I mean, I have been cooking professionally vast majority of my life. But I don't have the Swiss chef saying, this is the way you do it. That was chicken stock. A little half and half. I don't typically buy cream, so that's my substitute for cream. Little vino. And the juice from my backyard lemons. We'll let that reduce while we do our battle. Might mount that with some butter at the end there. Yeah, half and half is... I at least use good half and half. But I get where you're going with... I just use half and half instead of cream myself. Let's do our battle here. Go Rogues! Oh. Victory. Congrats, said Mama Bear. Oh, wait a minute. We're doing low road this time. Oh, that is low road. Okay. Huh. I think I'm going to put this guy over here. Okay, so our sauce is reducing. We got our half-cooked veal here. We got our sauce reducing. Mount that with a little butter here at the end. Help that come back together. If I don't spill it all over the place. So I'm going to cut this almost... again, I don't know if this is traditional. I know it's traditionally cut in strips. I'm going to cut them thin guys like that, almost like pasta. And to be honest with you, German dude, my version of half and half, which is made by Strauss, it's a local organic dairy. It was the first organic dairy in the U.S. Is a little like other people's cream in many cases. It's pretty heavy, good stuff. Well, the reason I'm doing it so thin is because I'm looking at these guys, and the fibers are all going this way, and they're all hugely constricting this way. So I'm figuring this is probably going to be the most tender way to... I mean, I could cut them even thinner, but I still think this is probably going to be pretty tender this way. There we go. So we'll throw that back on the plate with all the juice. Still got strawberry marks on this from like a month ago. Just don't want to go away. Oh, then again, this really needs oil too. I don't oil my protein boards very much. Yeah, it's rough when you get someone treat a nice piece of meat and it just absolutely ruins it. Let's pull up those nice little pieces of char there. They'll be good flavor, but not great for the sauce. Okay. Butter's not traditional. I just decided to throw it in there. Thank you, Shadowtronics. Welcome in. Yes, thank you. I apologize for not noticing that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we'll whisk that butter in there, and then we'll quick add our veal in. Thank you. Unfortunately, I had an even cuter small guy version of this, but I wore it bare and I didn't want to get plastic in my food, so it's in with my work tools now, actually. So we're going to cut the heat on that. Let that just chill. That's ready. That's ready. Let's do our cake. Thank you for that gift subs, Shadowtronics. Welcome to Brigade. The Brigade. Talk, Jason. Welcome to the Brigade. Scorpion's Night. Almost don't know if that's cool enough yet. But this is our Swiss buttercream. Oh, I didn't add any salt. Oh well. Yeah, it looks a little too shiny to be cool. It is close though. It's cool. It's just too thin. I don't know if it's the right amount of frosting for this or not, because these are two separate recipes. I'm going to call that close. Nice scorpions night. What type of cook? What food did you do? I've done a little bit of everything over the years. Never really mastered anything. Probably more experience in Asian and quick serve, American Asian, and quick serve stuff, but I've worked in all sorts. I've worked in resorts. I worked in all sorts of places. So now for the fun part of this project. We refold it, but without the parchment. Why are you umming? Oh, the roasty. I don't want all this excess frosting on the end, so we'll roll that over just like that. We'll call that good. Thank you for that follow, Scout tonight. Welcome in. And so, unfortunately, I doubt I'm going to get a good picture for you guys in this until I allow this to chill another hour or two in the fridge. So that, as usual, will be on the Instagram, will be on the Discord, all that good stuff. Let's try and do this final transition here. Oh, I can handle that. That's nice. Does have a little bit of a break down here at this end, but not bad for a first try, I don't think. You, of course, can dress that up with a layer of ganache over the top, or powdered sugar, or more frosting. But I'm happy with that otherwise. Frosting was a little loose. Wish I had a stand mixer to, keep going at that. I don't have the arm to go back at that again. I am done whisking tonight. Why am I using this for this? Awesome. So let's make ourselves a plate. Dinner time. Pull out our roasty. Grab the plate. Nope. Why my earbud wants to fall out like twice a night now? I still haven't found where I have all the other stuff for it. I need to replace the earbud on it. Or the silicone earpiece on it. Still haven't found. I've been looking for it like 2 weeks. I don't know where I put that box. I didn't get rid of it. It's not me to get rid of a thing like that. So we have our messy but tasty cooked potatoes. And take our thinly cut veal in sauce. I'm going to take about half of that portion. Give ourselves a quick photo of that loveliness. Give you guys more of a close-up. Give you guys a final close-up on our Swiss roll. We got be prettier once I can cut it and you see those individual layers. But other than I wish the roasty came out a little prettier looking, I'm very happy with this dinner. I think this veal is going to be amazing. It is. It's acidic. It's bright. Lots of lemon. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for those subs. Thank you, Shadowtronics, for both of those subs. Let's see who we can share some love with tonight. Oh wow, all sorts of people on. Wine was good tonight. If you guys are new following in, we got 2018 Hogwash, which obviously a blended wine, but nice, acidic, light fruit. Good summer wine. And refreshing too. I think we need to raid him. So, thank you guys for joining me tonight. I'm going to raid up BB Bubs, who is another member of Team Bone In here. He is in the middle of a 12-hour stream. He's doing stock. He's currently doing Twitch Sings. He's been playing games with this chat. All sorts of interesting stuff. He's a great cook as well. I hope you give him some love. I love hanging out in his room. Thank you. I hope you all have a great night. I'm going to be back here on Sunday doing my own stock. I'm going to be on at least 8 hours on Sunday. So come by and hang out with me. I hope you enjoy. And I hope you have a great night tonight. Bye-bye.